Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm in my lovely clean studio, and I don't know if you can see it because I got the lights turned off, but I got lots of room. I got a little bit cleaning up to do over here, but it's going great. But anyway, in this video, I just want to talk to you about the two types of molds and castings I typically do. Okay, let me grab this and this and this, and let's take these outside in the light where you can see what's going on. It's kind of heavy because I got plaster. And I got to turn the van around too because I'm done with the back and I want to start working on the front. Okay. This is my little paint booth. Anyway, I have two kinds of molds. Make sure this camera's right. Okay. This is a plaster mold that I made, and I think I have some video of that in earlier stuff, and it's fairly thin. I used to make them really thick and heavy, but I'm starting to make thinner, and I'm reinforcing them with cheesecloth. Like I'll do a layer and then add some cheesecloth, and so it makes it more durable. So this is a plaster mold that I made. This is plaster that I put over a oil base. And sometimes you can use water base too, but not when it's completely dry. Basically, you put plaster over oil-based clay or stuff that you can dig out. So if you look in the earlier video, you'll see me digging out the positive model of this. It's a kind of a vampire character. So when you want to make a rubber casting, which is the same way they make Halloween masks, you start with a hard mold, plaster mold. So if you have a hard mold, you can cast soft pieces because this can pull out and you don't have to worry about undercuts. So hard mold, soft casting, basically, usually it's how it works. Okay, now instead of a soft casting, here I have a hard casting. Okay, so it's the opposite. I have a rubber mold. So the mold is flexible. The mold is flexible. So the original of this was a hard piece, and it did have undercuts, and it was wet clay, and I let it dry, so it was a skull, and it was hard. Okay, so if the original is hard, I go to a rubber mold because of the undercuts, and then I can cast a hard piece in it. And then to hold the rubber mold, you have a shell mold or a mother mold. This cracked up, so I had to do another, put it back together and lay some pieces on it. And this piece is kind of heavy, but the rubber mold fits in here. And to make this rubber mold, I've done it before, I've shown in other videos, but if you're just new to the channel or checking it out, I put in layer after layer after layer of rubber over the original hard model. Okay, so and then this fits in here. After you do that, you put plaster all over it. That's what this is. And that mother mold or shell mold holds this in place, holds the shape. So I got a plaster mold, I got a rubber mold. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to demold these two pieces. So the rubber mold is really easy. You just basically pull it out. And this is the first casting I've done of this. Okay. Now I added some duct tape here because part of the plaster broke off. This is pretty sticky there. This Gorilla Tape sticks to everything. I'll probably have to cut that off. So anyway, this is my vampire character. It's pretty cool. And then I'll paint this silver and make a rust finish. And this just gets glued to the car. And these are cool too because you can bend them around things too. Like on a car, you can actually have it go around a fender or wherever. like that. It's really cool. You can put it around a pole or something. So this is rubber casting. These are great for cars and also for Halloween props. Like I might be able to, that would be kind of a cool Halloween prop for a door or something. And I can pour hundreds of these in here. Okay, this one, this is one I built up, and I use fiberglass cloth and polyurethane resin, which doesn't smell, and it cures in about 5 minutes. And I did layer after layer. I built it up, and then I add the fiberglass cloth and also chopped fiberglass pieces. These little pieces helps reinforce it. This is really light and it's really strong. And so now, and when I pour in the resin, I make sure I use Vaseline and a mold release and all kinds of stuff. But it comes off fairly easy. If you make sure it's all lubed up and stuff. And but this is 2 ways that I use my latex rubber. I've gone through 5 gallons in the last few months, and I just got my new gallon in. I stopped using the black though. I went back to the regular resin. It's kind of more of a flesh tone. But this, I didn't think the black was as good at first, but having used it for a while, it's pretty tough, and it's got this kind of beautiful, kind of glossy thing to it. But like I said before, this is the stuff they used on the Batman movies for his costume and stuff. So anyway, and there's the other guy. Came out pretty cool, and it's lightweight, so that'll go on the van too. All right, thanks for watching. See you next time.